YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. You gotta remember your why, fellas. And your why could be a variety of things. Your why could be where you trying to go. Your why could be where you trying to get away from. Your why could be the person you trying to become. Your why could be to get away from the person you used to be. It can be a female that broke your heart. It could be a job that fired you. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. But it's very important when you're on this journey, fellas, to remember that pain and remember that why. Right? Those who've been subscribed, man, y'all know a little bit about my story. But those who don't, man, I felt like I done hit rock bottom a few times in my life, right? Rather it was my physique, rather it was my finances, rather it was my dating life, whatever the case may be. And I don't never forget none of them times. I don't never forget how I felt, how my life was, all of the thoughts that transpired that night, right? And it's very important that you don't forget those things, fellas, because on this journey, man, you can't really rely on motivation, because motivation is gonna come and go. We all have our days when we motivated, whether it's a book that we read, a video that we watch, maybe it's a new month, you motivated, new year, you motivated. But you need something on those days when either you don't feel like doing it or you getting a little bit comfortable, right? And today was one of those days for me, fellas. For those who've been watching my last couple of videos, I started a new gig, right? So I'm getting acclimated with everything, you know what I'm saying, adjusting my schedule, and I had every excuse in the world not to record a vid today. And as I'm in the sauna, I thought about a lot of my whys. And a lot of my whys, you know, there are things that I want to obtain. There is, you know, I do want my parents to stop working. I do want to make a certain money amount a year. You know what I'm saying? I do want to help my family and friends the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be, you know, a God-fearing man. So there are some good things I want to obtain. But I would say the majority of my drive comes from the people that shitted on me. The moments where I felt like shit. And I feel like when I don't do what I'm supposed to be doing, when I know what I'm supposed to be doing, fellas, I feel like I'm letting them win. I feel like I'm proving them right. People that thought I wasn't good enough, people that, you know, shitted on me, people that, you know what I'm saying, wasn't there for me, backstabbed me, lied to me, whatever the case may be. I feel like on those days when I'm not pushing through, when I'm not locked in, I'm letting them win those days, fellas. So it's very important, man, that you write all this shit down, man. Like, I got a list, man. I talked about this in one of my very first videos, man. It's called The List to Hate. And on that list, I got every single person that ever did me dirty, what they did. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds toxic, right? It sounds like, man, oh, Cry, you ain't healed from it, right? But I am healed from it. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm actually thankful for all of those people, for everything they did, because they're the reason I am where I am today. They're the reason I'm going to keep going. So I wouldn't consider myself not healed at all, fellas. And I read these. Lately, I ain't been reading them. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all, because I've been having a lot going on. But now I'm back to reading them every day. And fellas, like, it just wakes something up in me, man. Like, as a man, you got to have that go-getter's mentality. You gotta have that dog in you. You gotta have that chip on your shoulder. It's very important to have that chip on your shoulder, man. You can't get too high or too low. Like, when everything was going bad for me, for those who've been watching my last couple of vids, if you know, you know. If not, I was going through a lot of shit, man. I moved to Dallas, you feel me, lost my job, was going through it with my girl. trying to pay all these expenses, questioning a lot of things. I never got too low or too high, right? Now that things is going better, I'm not getting too high, right? You gotta stay level. You gotta stay level. Because it's never as bad as it seems, and it's never as good as it seems, right? I had a couple of friends come visit me over this weekend, man. And I was kicking it with them for the first couple of days, for the first day and a half. And then it got to a point where I was like, man, I can either kick it this third day, this on Sunday, or I can get some rest and lock in for the week, because it's my first day of this new gig and I want to lock in on my goals. And I made the right decision. I ain't kick it that last day. I ain't go to the football game. I missed out on the Dallas game. I missed out on kicking it with my homies. But that's part of the sacrifices you got to make to be great, right? And life is all about those choices, man. I always tell y'all that every day you fighting them tiny battles, right? And the message for the day, fellas, I want to let y'all know, when you fighting them tiny battles, remember your why, man. Remember why. Remember how motivated you was at the beginning of the month, the beginning of the year, to start that business, to go to the gym, right? Remember how fucked up you felt when you looked in the mirror and you saw you had titties, right? Or you was insecure about your weight, or you ain't want to take your shirt off at the pool, right? Remember how you feel when you look at your account and you in the negatives, right? Because you was done with your money. As a man, you got to remember that pain, fellas. You got to remember that pain. And you can't never get too comfortable, man. I had a comment on one of my YouTube videos today on the fix your life before crucial steps to fix your life before 2025. And the dude commented and said, I'm trying to find a balance between, happiness and money. Bro, it ain't no balance. I commented right back to him. I said, bro, it ain't no balance. If you want to be extraordinary, if you want to be great, if you really want to separate yourself from the pack, it ain't no balance, right? It ain't no fucking balance, bro. Right? Because happiness is an emotion that comes and goes, fellas. Right? So rather I'm poor as fuck or I'm rich as fuck, I'm gonna be sad and happy. I'd rather be sad in a fucking Rolls Royce than a fucking Toyota Camry. Right? It's always gonna be problems, man. I learned this from somebody I'm working with, man, CEO of the company. He gave me a phrase. He said, new levels, new devils. You know what that means? It means that the higher you get, it's new problems, right? It's new problems. Rather when you think these rich motherfuckers don't go through problems, I'd rather go through those problems than the fucking poor problems, the fucking worrying about rent, the fucking how I'm gonna pay my car note, or the women I want don't want me because I can't even take them on a date. I can't retire my mom. I don't want them problems. I don't want them problems when I'm on my deathbed. Damn, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. Rather than, damn, I'm on my deathbed, man. I really worked hard as fuck. I put everything into it. I gave it all I had. You get what I'm saying, fellas? Like, either way, it's going to be happiness and sadness. And yeah, money don't buy happiness, but it solve a lot. It solve a lot of the shit you unhappy about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to understand too, like, you not missing out on nothing, fellas. Like, I'm not missing out on shit. I don't really kick it like that. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm not missing out on shit. Like God forbid, you feel me? I pray this ain't how I be, but like, I feel like when I'm 20, I'm about to be 27 in a couple weeks. I feel like when I'm 30, 32, like, I'm not going to be like, damn, I wish I would have kicked it a little more. No, I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm happy I put that work in. Now I could do what I want. Right? You got to delay your gratification, man. Sacrifice now for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because the fun that you having now is not compared to the fun when you the man you supposed to be. when your finances together, when your looks together, when you're around a high network of individuals, when you attracting the woman you want, when your mom don't gotta work, when you don't gotta clock in, when you got multiple streams of income, when your diet together. That kind of fun is way different. It's way on another level than, you feel me, the go kick it on the weekend or go on a vacation for a couple of weeks, right? I'm not really a vacation type of person, and it's not because I'm boring and I don't like going on vacations. It's because, fellas, I'm trying to make my life a vacation. I want to create a life I don't gotta vacate from, right? I don't want to go to Cabo for 4 days and come back to reality. I want my reality to be Cabo. I want to be able, I can fly to Cabo and work and then fly back to the States and do what I need to do. And in order to do that, you got to delay your gratification, man. Right? So you're not missing out on nothing, fellas. You just got to lock in, man, and remember your fucking why. Remember your why and read that shit every fucking day. Because there's going to be days where you don't feel like it. There's going to be days where you got every excuse not to do it. And it's going to be days when everything is working well. Right? My grandfather was preaching about this not too long ago, man. That when everything going bad, we want to pray to God. God help me, God help me. But when everything going good, we want to stop praying. Or we want to stop praising him. Or some people that's vice versa. When everything going good, we want to go to church and praise God. But when it's going bad, you want to blame God and question God. That's the same thing with your goals. That's the same thing with your everyday activity, with your systems, with your purpose. Regardless of what's going on, regardless if everything is going right, you got a promotion, right? You got a new car, you got a new chick. Are you still gonna wake up and go to the gym? Are you still gonna eat correctly? Are you still gonna go to sleep on time? Or are you gonna say, I earned this, and start bullshitting? That's what separates the goods from the greats. Why do you think everybody in the NBA is not on a LeBron James type of level, right? Everybody that's in the NBA, fellas, was a star at one point, was the best on their team, right? And yes, it's things that go into it, like, your height, your genetics, things like that. But at the end of the day, fellas, what separates the greats in the NBA is that they got that, like, mentality, like, I don't give a fuck, I'm here. I'm about to keep working. I'm about to keep evolving. And that's what you got to do. It's a never-ending process, man. Like, it's going to feel like you don't got it figured out at some points. It's going to feel like, damn, like another challenge, another obstacle. That's growth, fellas. That's what you want. You don't want it to be easy. When shit be too comfortable for me, bro, like, I be like, man, like, I don't even feel right. I know they say work smarter, not harder, but fellas, when shit seem a little too easy for me, like, I'm looking for ways to be uncomfortable. When I'm in the gym and it's a little bit too, I'm like, it's a little bit too easy today. Like, I'm about to up the weight. When that deep out work session was, I flew through it, let's do an extra 30 minutes today. Right? So just stay locked in with your purpose, man. That's the video for today, man. Just to stay with your purpose and remember your why, fellas. I want y'all to let me know in the comments, man, if y'all like the unscripted vids in the car, or y'all like the more structured vids, or if y'all want more fitness vids, or if y'all want more lifestyle vids. Haven't tapped into the lifestyle vids yet, because I wanted to get, my subscribers up, my watch time up before I, take y'all into my life. But that's the video for today, man. Fellas, stay at it. I love y'all. Peace.